New this morning, it is mission accomplished. Earlier this month, Ohio businessman Larry Connor made history. He took part in the first all-civilian crew to work on board the International Space Station. He called it an exhilarating ride. Here's 10 TV's Angela Ann, who recently got a chance to talk to him about it.
My thanks too to you, everybody, all the people who have supported us around the world. Just amazing job and amazing mission.
The first words coming out of Axiom 1's historic return to Earth came from Larry Connor himself.
So if you were to ask, I think, all of the crew members, either on what they call the ride up or the ride down, what's the coolest part? It's the last 10 minutes. I think we'd all tell you that unequivocally.
Ignition.
Launch is great, but it is so what they call ballistic and dynamic, the re-entry. Because think about it this way, you're 100 miles above Earth. Literally, 5 or 6 minutes later, you're splashing down. And you're free falling out of the sky.
Larry says most astronauts return to gravity a little wobbly, but it didn't take long for his land legs to come back.
And then after that, the next thing was a hamburger or a pizza.
You would want that too after eating space food for 17 days, 1 hour and 49 minutes. But the extra week delay on the ISS because of weather delays turned out to be a blessing for Larry and his crewmates. It meant more time to work on research.
We were so challenged by the breadth and depth of our experiments that basically we did nothing else except those for the first 10 days.
But it wasn't all work and no play. Larry had a few moments to take in the view, speak with students around the world, and make lifelong friendships with cosmonauts.
I heard you had to borrow their toilet.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit overplayed. We had one day what's called the WHC, which is the toilet on the American side. There's actually 2 toilets. The second one they've had up there for a while. They haven't been able to get it working. And so it was down for a couple hours, and the Russians are so gracious, like, hey, you got any problems? Come on over and use ours.
Larry says this mission was his way to bridge the past to the present and our future, which is why he took a piece of fabric from the Wright brothers' Kitty Hawk flyer and 3 pieces from the Neil Armstrong Museum, including a piece of foil from Apollo 11.
Would you go back up again if you could?
Under the right set of circumstances, yes.
What would those right circumstances have to be?
I'm under an agreement not to discuss any of the specifics, but shall we say that that potential currently exists? But it's only potential.
Could be a sequel on the way, right? Well, you can see all of Angela Ann's stories following Larry Connor's journey from training to the ISS, including her interview with him while he was in outer space. That was a first for Central Ohio Television. Just go to 10tv.com and click on this story. You'll also see her entire interview wrapping up Larry Connor's historic mission to space.